Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, all BS. And of course, you got me, the sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. It's right, boom, boom, here, shaking the room live from the RBA, Richmond, Virginia. Of course, joining me, my tag team partner in crime, good enough for government work, Dave Coco. And Coco, man, another NXT is in the books, and I guess I got to ask you, I'm gonna ask the rest of the Internet infantry, what do you give tonight's show? Do you give it a win, a loss, or a tie?
This is really tough. This is really tough. Make sure to put down win-loss tie. I'm going to give it a tie because they had all the athletes I love, but they weren't doing shit. It felt like an autograph signing. Like, yay! I like Owens. I like Prince Devitt. I love these athletes. Oh, they're just here to sign my baseball cards? Good enough. I don't know, TNA. I've got TNA on the brain after doing that TNA ROH long show. But NXT has amazing talent, but it's kind of like they're going into WWE. You're only going to see the amazing talent in good matches on pay-per-view. You know, and not pay-per-view, but special events. And I don't think so. I think it should be awesome every week for the simple fact that you have to pay to get access to it. You have to pay to get it on the network. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going with, yeah. I don't know. I'm almost at a loss. It's like, oh, I love Owens. I love Prince Devitt. You know what? Fuck it. No. I've been to an autograph signing. I'm done. I give it a loss. A weak loss. And the only reason I give it a loss is just outside of the event being special, nothing. Last week's event being special, NXT's kind of like, we have great talents. It's like going to someone's house, them having a pinball machine, and be like, oh, we can't touch that. But it's right there. I know. My dad's kind of weird. He keeps his pinball machines in the box. All right, this story went fucking weird, but you know what I'm talking about.
It went nowhere, actually.
No, like,
what you're talking
all
about.
right, time out. Let me retell the story there, fuckface. Yeah, it's like being a little kid. My cousin Roger, I'm sure he doesn't listen to the show. My cousin Roger had every fucking He-Man doll ever, or action figure. And I was like, that's fucking amazing. But then I went to Roger's house, and all of them were on shelves in boxes, like motherfucking Toy Story here. And I was like, yeah, it's great you have all the He-Man dolls, but can you play with Ram Man? No. That's what it feels like. I feel like I have all the He-Man action figures, but they're just sitting there in their fucking boxes doing nothing. I give it a weak loss.
You know, I'm gonna go the opposite spectrum. I'm gonna give it a weak win.
So if you put our shit together, we're a tie. Go on. Why are we?
Yeah. You know, I just remember, they're coming off a very spectacular special event. They're coming off TakeOver, Unstoppable. A lot of their talent is hurt, and it's just time to, advance the storylines and to get things going. I mean, it's the first show after the fallout from Unstoppable, so they need like a point to kind of get their footing, lay the foundation, because they're going to build up to the next special event, and this was just day one of that. And I'm like, you know what? For two of their guys being hurt, two of their top guys, being hurt. They're continuing this, teasing this feud, building up a feud now between Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. And plus, they're trying to break in some new guys. They're trying to, advance some storylines. So, like, you know what? All things considered, I don't think it was that bad. Now, was it like an absolutely spectacular show, especially compared to last week? With Unstoppable, hell no. But I'm not as negative about it as you are.
I don't know if I'm negative. It's just I don't know if I can give it a win. They just showed up. That's it. They had matches, but was there any time there was drama in any of the matches? Were you like, oh fuck, who's gonna win? Be honest.
Honestly, yeah, with one match, just one though.
All right. Let's break this down. You think weak win? I think weak loss. Internet infantry, put it down in the middle, or put down what you think win loss time. Let's break this down, Boom Boom, because our last show was supposed to be a short show. So for my punishment, we went behind the scenes, and for my punishment, for it being a 10-minute show to an hour and 10-minute show, Boom Boom is driving the bus. Sir, I hand you the wheel. Hot tag.
Thank you. Let me slide it here into gear. Oh, I gotta work the clutch here. All right. First thing we see is we hear Sami Zayn's music play, but it's actually Kevin Owens comes out to it, goes down to the ring, and he cuts a scathing promo on Sami Zayn about hurting him. William Regal comes out, and then I love the exchange that they had. I absolutely loved it because he talked about, oh, if you're upset that I headbutted you, it's because you put your hands on me first. And then William Regal fired back, well, yeah, and that's the only reason you still have a job. And everybody, and you heard the whole crowd go, ooh. And they kind of jawed back and forth about telling Kevin Owens he's walking a very thin line right now. And he's talking about, he hurt a bunch of people. And then he started listing them off. He listed off Sami Zayn. He listed off Adrian Neville. He listed off Alex Riley. And then he listed off Hideo Itami, to which Kevin Owens, I think this was a good move. He said, hey, I can't deny the other ones. I'm not going to deny the other ones, but believe me, I had nothing to do with Itami. And I like that. That was, some speculation that we had last week is, who's going to be the person who hurt Hideo Itami? And Hideo Itami even made an appearance on the show, the cell phone video just after his surgery saying, he was attacked, but he didn't see who. So I think that's kind of, it's going to be kind of like the version of Who Shot Mr. Burns or Who Jumped Hideo Itami. I love that. In fact, I think Kevin Owens is actually, I'm going to agree with Wrestling Rantin'. And if you haven't checked out his podcast, you really need to like and subscribe to him. He's a really good guy, really good podcaster. Got a great show. He said that, Kevin Owens is the best bad guy in professional wrestling right now, and I would be hard-pressed to disagree. Because Kevin Owens is, when you think about it logically, is feuding with 6 people at the same time. He's feuding with John Cena, Hideo Itami, Alex Riley, Sami Zayn. He's feuding with Samoa Joe, and there's one more I'm forgetting. I cannot remember. And Finn Bálor. So that's 6 people, Dave. 6 people one guy is feuding with, and then this draws out Solomon. Kevin Owens talks about, he's mocking John Cena, talking about promoting Elimination Chamber, saying that, he's not insecure, obviously referring John Cena. It's like, I'm not just going to give away a title shot. You're going to have to earn it. This draws out Solomon Crowe. Solomon Crowe is just, throwing everything back up at Owens' face, and Owens says, okay, you know what, I think you've earned a shot. So later tonight, and so we've got our main event set. It's going to be Kevin Owens versus Solomon Crowe. Now, Dave, even though you gave it a weak loss here, did you at least like the opening segment? Do you like how they kind of addressed all the issues? They addressed the deal with Tommy, and then Kevin Owens like, hey, I had nothing to do with that. And then William Regal talking about, hey, you're on a very, very thin line here. And they bring up all the people that he's hurt, and of course they're promoting the Elimination Chamber. I mean, Kevin Owens is all over the fucking map. But how did you feel about it? You felt like that set like a good starting point, a good pace for this show?
Yes, and I want to give you, this is the first time in record, I want to give you and Wrestling Ranted at the same time a lead Corso. Not so fast, my fellow friends! I don't think Kevin Owens is the best heel in the company. Because people love him. I think he's the most awesome fucking guy in the universe. If you said, oh, is he fucking awesome? Yeah. But
the thing that, even something that you commented to me about, off air, was when people in the crowd, when Kevin Owens was referencing his match against John Cena at Elimination Chamber, they started chanting, "John Cena sucks, John Cena sucks," and and I agree with you. Yeah, they were cheering him, but he tried to get that heat back on him immediately by saying, "Well, hey, Sami Zayn sucks, but I don't hear you chanting that."
Yeah, without a doubt, he's awesome. He's awesome. I don't think he's the best heel. If you said, who's the most awesome human being to walk planet Earth? I'm with you. I'm like, no, Kevin Owens. He's fucking awesome. I think he's awesome. You think he's awesome. Everyone thinks he's awesome. But is he the best heel in the company? No. It's still Rusev. Still to this day, it's Rusev. And it's just, no, he's awesome. He's not, is he a heel? Yes. Is he awesome? Yes. Is he the best heel in the company? No. No. The best heel in the company will get that fucking piece of shit Cena to get cheered. He's just awesome. And there's nothing wrong with just being awesome. Like, I said it like it's an insult. Like, Owens, you're just awesome. That's it. Like, sorry, sir, you're not the best heel in the company. Yeah, I really liked it. I liked everything about it. The Kenta moment was awesome, you know, where he's like, I didn't have anything to do with that because it stalls the storyline. It fucking keeps Kenta relevant. I enjoyed that a lot. But the only thing that I can nitpick, because I am Coco the nitpicker, is I actually felt bad for Solomon Crowe. And the reason I say that is he's starting to become that guy. He's starting to become the Matt Morgan of NXT.
Oh, man. Come
But
on.
everyone says he has potential, but when is this potential going to pay off? I mean, he got big-time media publicity for saving someone in a car wreck. I don't know the exact details. But when? When is he going to get his push? He comes out there, we're like, yeah, woohoo, we love Crowe, yeah.
You would think they would be more willing to do that with, a couple of, 3 guys out now, 2 other top stars out. They would be looking to start pushing some of these other guys now.
Yeah, like, to me, I thought, like, and it's just my feelings, I don't know if people share my feelings, but when I saw Solomon Crowe go out, if it was maybe a year ago or I don't know, if it was earlier, I'd be like, wow, Crowe versus Owens, this is going to be awesome. But when Crowe came out to challenge Kevin Owens, I was like, oh, poor Solomon. Like, I didn't even fucking, like when Samoa Joe and Owens, I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is going down. Prince Devitt and Owens, holy shit, this is going down. Owens, John Cena, holy shit. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Ah, well. So, I don't know if I was the only one that had those feelings. But overall, I thought it was a home run. But I think Owens always hits home runs. He has, to me, and I don't use this word often, and I don't know if I'm using it correctly, but please forgive me. He has legit tough guy swagger. Like, you just fucking believe it. You watch him in his kayfabe shoot interviews, his media interviews. You watch him cut promos. I mean, that could all be, working us. And I'm okay with that. If Owens isn't a badass that fucking just does whatever the fuck he wants, I'm okay with that because when you work me to believe that, the product is enjoyable. I just believe, that he fucking walks his own path. He's a man's man. And we need more of that in pro wrestling. Because you don't get that with John Cena. I mean, I think CM Punk was a man's man. I think, Stone Cold was a man's man. But after that, it's, when you have to go, when you're like, oh, who's a man's man? And you go with a guy who quit to do MMA and a guy that hasn't been in the fucking company in forever podcasting, you have a problem with your product. Have you had great wrestlers? Yeah, but, like, you see Owens, you're just like, no, that's a fucking man. Like, he walks into the bar, you're like, get that son of a bitch a beer. He's a man's man. And I don't know if they're working me or whatever. Fucking, it feels good, though. It's like, yeah, finally, someone that fucking you feel isn't a bitch. Because let me be honest, Sheamus can beat the fuck out of me. Randy Orton can beat the fuck out of me. But I'm not buying him a fucking beer. I'm not being like, oh, there's fucking Sheamus, look out. No, I fucking believe Owens, and maybe that's his gimmick, maybe he's working me. What if that's the case? Work me more, please.
Context is everything.
Thank you. All right, go on.
Next week, we got to our first bout of the evening. It was somewhat of a return match from Unstoppable. We saw Bayley versus Emma. Apparently their feud is far from over. Bayley comes out again to a lot of cheers. Emma comes out accompanied by Dana Brooke. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but Emma actually had some different entry music. It started out with the traditional, and then it just they did like a remix on the end of it. And I think the crowd was really into that. I kind of like the evil Emma right now because she's wearing darker colors. She's more aggressive in the ring. Her and Bayley tied it up. I think it was a decent back and forth match. Emma definitely showing that more aggressive side. Eventually, she wins via the Muda lock. Then Dana Brooke comes in. They start working over Bayley. This brings out Charlotte. Charlotte clocks Dana Brooke, who goes in after Bayley, but Dana Brooke comes in and it's too much to overcome. So the 2-on-1 attack, and both the newly formed tag team of well, not really tag team, but partnership between Emma and Dana Brooke left Bayley and Charlotte laying in the ring. I actually like this. Because if you have Bayley win, then the feud's over with. I mean, then the whole match was pointless. But if you have Emma win, then there's a reason to kind of drag this out a little bit. I like the fact that they are teaming up Dana Brooke with Emma. That way you don't completely expose Dana Brooke. It gives her a veteran to work with, something to bounce off of. Got a lot of, and I think they're really building up Dana Brooke to be like the next monster heel, at least the monster heel of the Divas division, because with her bodybuilding background. And I think this is the perfect way to do it. Bayley is still over as a baby face. I think she is. I think as soon as Charlotte gets called up, Bayley will be the #1 baby face in NXT in the women's division. I kind of want to see where they're going. And I was wondering, Dave, I think a decent storyline with this could be that, imagine, they're trying to reset up for another tag match, a return match from Unstoppable, another tag match. But imagine Charlotte gets called up, and then now Bayley's on her own, and now she has to overcome not one but 2 opponents by herself. So, all in all, Dave, okay, here's my questions.
Okay.
1, what do you think about the new evil Emma, the darker side? 2, your impressions of Dana Brooke and her being paired up with Emma? And then 3, Bayley and this whole feud that she's having with these 2 ladies.
All right. I feel bad for Emma. I don't think this is a good move for her. I think this is last-ditch effort to change a character, and it's over. I think I would rather see cute, funny Bayley with Emma. I'm sorry, cute, funny Emma with Bayley as a tag team, and bring them up together and then have them get feud against the bitch Bellas. I'm just not feeling heel Emma at all. But I'll see where it goes. I'm going to give it a time, give it a chance, see where it goes, but I'm worried that this is the end of Emma. Dana Brooke, I don't have strong opinions about her yet. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, that would be, I think it's actually a good thing. I think it's a good thing because right now we're still trying to form an opinion. And it's not like somebody who walks out like Bull Dempsey and we're like, oh, Jesus Christ, this guy sucks, It's like, well, I'm going to give this person a chance. They've shown me a little bit. I don't hate it. I mean, I'm not in love with them, but I don't hate them yet. So I'm interested. I think that's kind of where she needs to be right now. It's, okay, I want to see more. Let me see what she's got.
Yeah, and Bayley and Sami Zayn just have something special right now as far as faces go. It's like when Bayley and Sami Zayn come out there, there's one thing that they have in common. It brings joy to your heart and for the crowd. Like when Sami Zayn comes out and he's healthy and he's doing his dance moves, Bayley comes out, like you're just like, they're the joy couple. Like they bring joy to your heart. You know what I mean? It's fun and joy. So,
Dave, here's another thing. Here's something I like about NXT's women division is every woman has her own personality. And it's a far cry. I mean, it's just a complete night and day switch over from like the main roster because on the main roster, here's everybody's fucking gimmick. I'm a fucking bitch and I'm crazy. Give me attention. That's everybody's fucking gimmick on the main roster, in my opinion. Down here in NXT, they forgot their own personalities. Emma is someone who is jaded. She was a really sweet girl. She goes up to
Emma has the Dave Coco gimmick.
Yeah.
Some people call that suicide watch.
But she's jaded. She comes back down. She just felt like her dream slipped, through her grasp, and now she's trying to make sure the other girls don't make the same mistake. Dana Brooke is, she's got that arrogance about her, but it fits in with the character. She's this world-class bodybuilder, and it's, hey, look at this body. I deserve this body. I earned this body. I worked for it. I worked out hard. Look at me. I'm a powerhouse. I'm taking over now because you're all like weaker than me. Bayley, I think, is the most positive character. I mean, that's somebody you could tell. I mean, Dave, I don't have any kids of my own, and I know you've got a daughter, but that is somebody I feel like you could really tell your kids, yeah, you could be like Bayley. Because she's not afraid to be who she is. She stays true to herself. She's over with the crowd. She gives out headbands, slap bracelets. She's been outclassed, but she never gives up. I mean, I just think that's a girl that you could tell. Like, if you had a daughter and she wanted to be a professional wrestler, I feel like you could go, hey, you see Bayley? Yeah, you could totally be like that. And then Charlotte, I mean, what is it there to say about Charlotte? I mean, she's taken to wrestling. I mean, she's got the Flair genes in her. You can tell. She's just doing a phenomenal job. And why she's still down there, I agree with you, Dave. It's getting awkward. I know that this is something you said about a week or two ago, that with Charlotte still in NXT, it's just kind of awkward because they kind of got everything set up for her to go bye-bye, to go up to the main roster. She's been working dark matches. She's been working, just house shows, but she hasn't got the official call-up yet, and it's just like, okay, you're still here. It's like telling everybody, all right, guys, I got to leave. I'm leaving the party. Y'all have a good night. My ride's coming, and I'll see y'all later. And you step outside, and you're like, well, my ride's not here. And then you're sitting outside waiting for like 10, 15, 20 minutes for your ride to come, and people are like, hey, I thought you left. Well, yeah, I did. I'm just waiting on my ride. It's what it feels like.
Yeah, Charlotte, I mean this as a high compliment. Charlotte is the Kurt Angle of women's division. She's just grasping the company so well. I mean, grasping the business so fucking well. I have no idea. And as far as the daughter question goes, there's not one WWE diva that I would want my daughter to be like. But on NXT, there's a couple. There's like, oh, Charlotte, she's an athlete. Ronda Rousey, type in pro wrestling worlds. You got Bayley. You got people that tell a story that are role models. What the fuck are the Bellas? What the fuck are any of these people? Like, even if you could have a positive role model, they're really not. I mean, AJ Lee could be a positive role model, but she's not, because your daughter's not going to know about her tough story. She's going to see a whore on screen. Paige could be a positive story, but what does it show you? When times are tough, hang out with the pretty girls? You know what I mean? Like, there's not a positive woman in WWE. Stephanie McMahon is the worst of them all.
Oh, I know. I mean, look what they're doing with Lana. I mean, her whole thing is, I mean, think about it. Here she is. She can break off on her own, do her own thing, but instead it's like you're teaching girls, like, no, just bounce from man to man and find out who you are through, by bouncing from guy to guy.
Yeah, so I don't know. It just, I got nothing. It's just, I enjoyed it a lot, and it's just why is Charlotte still down there, and I worry about Emma's future. But who knows? Maybe she'll work it out. So, but I enjoyed the segment. I really did. And that's the one thing that NXT has going against it that Lucha Underground, TNA, and Ring of Honor don't have going against it. When you see athletes that are amazing in the other alternatives, you're like, wow, they're going to be pushed to the moon. But since WWE is attached to NXT, you're like, oh, what if, no one watches TNA going, oh, why ain't Jade getting the call up? No one watches Lucha Underground saying, why ain't Sexy Star getting the call up? And I think that's something that NXT has to change their view, because I think all wrestling fans see it that way. Like, let's pick two women, Jade in TNA and Sexy Star and Lucha Underground. You're never depressed because they're on television. You're happy, but the fact that NXT is the next step up and WWE's women's division is so bad, it's kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. You know what I mean? It's a flaw in the NXT system.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the drawbacks that it has going with it. I agree with you on that. In a way, you're kind of heartbroken if they get called up. Trust me, I wish Charlotte could stay in NXT. I wish she could stay there. Hell, I wish they could bring Paige back down, but unfortunately, that's just not the way it is, and it's just, I feel like she's
I don't know. It's a weird situation because you want them to stay, So you feel sad when they leave, but then if they stay too long, you start getting angry, saying, why the fuck ain't they going up? It's, I know they're trying to make it its own brand, but most fans don't see it that way. Most fans don't see it that way.
No,
All right, let's go to the next match.
Real quick comment from I Am Mikey Mike Ashby. He says, Dana is legit Big Mama Pump, Scott Steiner's bastard daughter.
I did not know that, if that's true.
It's not, but it's fun. Let's pretend it is.
I don't know. And the thing is, it's one of those things, it's believable. I mean, Ring of Honor signed with Destination America. Scott Steiner has probably had his way with a few women. It's a very believable thing. I did not know, but go on.
Next, we come out with a tag match. Dubstep Cowboys come out. Blake and Murphy the first time with Alexa Bliss, since her heel turn at Unstoppable, taking on Elias, Samson, and Rallis. I hope I'm pronouncing that gentleman's name correctly, but the tag team match itself wasn't anything special. I will say this, Samson and Rallis did look pretty good with that discus clothesline. They didn't look like complete total jabronis, but Blake and Murphy obviously got the win with that tag team move, that finishing maneuver that needs a fucking name. Maybe we should dub it. I want to call it the hit and run. I don't know. Maybe we should just call it something here. We've already called them the Dubstep Cowboys. Let's just name their finishing maneuver. It's that Brainbuster Frog Splash combo. So, and then of course, not sexy star. Damn it! I got Lucha Underground in the brain. Thanks, Dave. You had Alexa Bliss. She gave the Sparkle Splash to Samson. I liked it. I like the fact that they went out there immediately after the heel turn and Unstoppable, still the tag team champions, and then they tried to. But I think they faltered a little bit when they did the backstage interview. Savannah, straight up asked, Alexa Bliss, why did you, turn heel? And I think she said the lamest thing. Well, Blake and Murphy are winners. I like hanging out with winners because I'm a winner, except for that match I lost against Sasha Banks. Well, she didn't say that, but she might as well. And then he's like, oh, now I'm going to move on to Carmella because she's the Princess of Staten Island. Well, you know what Staten Island is? It's known for as a garbage dump, so that's why she's hanging out with Enzo and Cass. And I'm going to take her to, I'm going to have a match against her next week. And I think she started out weak, but I think she finished strong. I guess I'm not going to ask you about the tag team match. What do you think about Alexa Bliss's heel turn and then just her promo? I mean, how do you think she's fitting into that heel role?
I'm going to group her with the tag team, if I could, because I feel the same way about her as I did with Blake and Murphy. The honeymoon is over. Like, at one time, I'm like, this has potential. At one time, I'm like, oh, I didn't see this coming. Oh, man, hopefully it goes good. Those are the things I was saying the honeymoon's over. I could give two shits. The highlight of this match to me was that the guys they beat up had names. Like, they weren't called local competitors. When you're popping because the local competitors or the guys they're beating the shit out of have names, that's not a good sign. I thought Blake and Murphy was a good feel-good story that's now gone on too long. I just don't.
We'll expound upon that, Dave. What do you not like? Is it a lack of personality, a lack of a team name, lack of chemistry, a lack of mic skills? I mean, what is it about that irks you? Is it just is it overexposure?
I don't think it's overexposure. I think it's a feel-good story, but now they're not necessarily bad. They're just completely average. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, no, you're just average. You have so many great fucking wrestlers, tag teams. I think it was a huge mistake of them not dropping the titles. I just think it was a huge mistake because it was just like, oh, you won. The really talented guys that are over lost.
I agree with you on that point. I really thought that they should have dropped the belts to Enzo and Cass because I felt like you could have had more options after that. Yeah, you get the obligatory return match, but after that, I mean, you have the Vaughn Villains waiting in the wings. You've got, you can form other tag teams, like the Mechanics, and You get a whole fresh set of opponents, fresh everything, and then maybe you can come back to it and have them re-challenge for the tag team titles and get another storyline out of it. But so I will agree with you on that point. I really think NXT dropped the ball by not having Blake and Murphy drop the titles.
I just think the best way to describe it is that all three of them are completely average, and the feel-good story is over. That's it. Before it was like, average guys can win titles too! Yay! What the fuck are average guys still having the titles for?
Dave,
fucking dubstep cowboys. They're just the average fucking guys.
All right, Dave, I want you to take off your Tokyo Giants cap, assuming you're wearing one, okay. and I want you to put on your Booker cap. Now, let's just say that me and you run a wrestling federation, and we got Blake and Murphy and Alexa Bliss, and we got these guys in our wrestling federation. And I see the problems that you say. I say, Dave, look, we put the titles on Blake and Murphy because our tag team champions were moving up. These guys really busted their ass. So I felt like they were deserving of it. But they've been the champions for, 2-3 months now, and I'm just not, it's just like I'm not really seeing any improvement. I mean, what can we do, Dave? How can we make people give a damn about these guys so they're not groaning every time they come out onto the rampway when their music hits? I mean, what can we do to spice these guys up, to make people care, or at least make people, not groan, not boo? How do we, get these guys to the next level to where people give a damn?
First thing I would do, and you can ask any booker / promoter I've worked with, I would yell at you for 45 fucking minutes. You would get an exclusive podcast of me yelling about how you fucked up them not dropping the titles last week. You can ask James Legend, Martin Marvel, Ralph Mosca. They've had some exclusive Pretty Fly. They've had some Todd. They've had some pretty exclusive podcasts where I just yell at them for being fucking stupid. The person that has the book saying, what do you think about this, would get a 45-minute exclusive podcast of me just screaming at them how fucking stupid they are. Then after that, I would give them a name. I would give them a name, and then I would cut promos where I would have all the other tag teams call them Average Joes. I would just be like, oh, whatever, you're a bunch of fucking average Joes. They're like, well, I'm the champs. And then I would run with that storyline. I would kind of miz it up. Because right now they're like, we're the greatest. I'm like, no, you're not really that good. No one's really calling you out on it, so you're just an average fucking dude. You are an indie wrestler who has 4 wrestlers on a card and wins the championship in front of 3 people. That's what you are. No one is even calling you out on it. You're like, I'm the greatest. And they're like, they feel so bad for your averageness that they don't even fucking respond. I'm the best. Oh, sure. No one tell Blake and Murphy. They got feelings. So I would have it where they would come up with a fucking name, whatever the fucking name is. It could be anything. Put some goddamn T-shirts on these motherfuckers. Not to wrestle, not saying they're out of shape, but to sell merchandise. So I'd come up with some fucking name, even if it's the Dubstep Cowboys, anything. Just a fucking name instead of Blake and Murphy. And then I would just have them be disrespected. I'd have them disrespected so much where the next big NXT special event, I would have the 2 best tag teams in the match and have them off the card. And be like, yeah, whatever, dude. You're the tag team champs. You're so fucking average. And then I would have them start kind of having a Miz attitude where they just keep beating. Because right now they're like, we're average and we're the best, and no one's saying anything about it because really fucking no one wants to wrestle us because they don't want their career going down the shitter. So I would just fucking play off that. They obviously want them to be heels. Give them a fucking name. Give them some goddamn T-shirts, because you give them a name and a T-shirt, you're like, that's just something small. No, it gives the audience the impression that they are a legit tag team going nowhere soon. When you're just like, Blake and Murphy, no merchandise, the people are like, these motherfuckers ain't going to be champs for a while. But then you call them fucking the Cowboys Express. You're like, oh, fuck, that's a T-shirt. Oh, fuck, I'm being sarcastic with the name, but who knows? Call them the Cowboys Express or fucking Young Gun 7 or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And then you're like, oh, no, they got a fucking name. They got a manager. And then the next Supercard, book the best tag teams. I don't know, Vaughn Villains and fucking, the New Jersey tag team. Have them go at it and have the tag team titles not defended on the big card. and then have them be like, what the fuck? And be like, yeah, you're fucking average. No one gives a fuck. And then just have a Miz heel storyline. Because being average, saying you're the best, that's for YouTube. But being average and fucking people telling you you're fucking average and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to fucking prove something, that's a storyline. Get off YouTube and become a storyline. Boom. What happened? Did you pee your pants?
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay. No, I see the camera and you're like doing yoga exercises.
No, my cat made a mess real quick, so I'm trying to clean that up. It's nothing huge, but thank you for drawing that to everybody's attention who can't see us on the podcast because we got the banner up. So thank you.
I know, like, because I Twitch and you have cats, and meanwhile we're like, oh, the benefit of audio is you don't see me twitching and you cleaning up after your cats, and then we bring attention to it. All right, you ready for the next match? Should I keep talking about? Dude, what about the Average Express? Or Average Joe's, like the fucking team.
Like Dodgeball?
Yeah, that's the movie. That's the movie.
See, this is what I'm here for, kids. Real quick, Rage Against PG says, to me, Alexa Bliss looks out of place with the dubstep cowboys by her side. I would almost agree with you, but I kind of glad they put her with them because it gives her something to do because she was like one of two divas, and of course the other one being Carmella, that were not in the hunt for the NXT Women's Championship. So, I mean, if they're not going to be in the hunt, I mean, you got to give them something to do, and I think that's just something that works for them.
All right, Boom, I love you. I'm going to read comments, and you tell me when you're back 100%. Because you know what, you look professional. You sound professional, but I'm actually seeing you, and you're like putting out a fire, saving orphans, kicking fucking villain in the face, and you're juggling like 20 things at once. And meanwhile, you're just like, yep, I'm going. So I'm gonna read some quick comments, and then when you're back 100%, we'll continue the show. Because I don't know if people notice because it's an audio show, but it's freaking me the fuck out. Boom is literally sparring with ninjas right now, okay? And and he's being professional about it. He's like, and yeah, and I'm like, I can't do it. So let's go through some. A7X Wee Man says, win. The tag match showed so much promise. Good storytelling main event. Monday Night Jaw says, guys, I'm still jerking it to the ROH news. Me too, pal. Destination America just pulled the biggest swerve I can remember in recent memory. Now I on the bandwagon with Lucha Underground, and as you you said, Dave, Destination American merch. Yep. Dan, we already read that one. Boom, boom, boom. Mikey says, I hope Crowe doesn't get lost in the NXT shuffle. I think that's my biggest fear. And I don't think I realized he was lost in the shuffle until he came out to challenge Owens. That was cemented him lost in the shuffle. They really need to build towards the next set of stars to carry NXT. Yes and no. There's a lot of fucking stars going nowhere. I'd maybe rebuild some divisions, but as Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, etc. are damn near, if not already main roster ready. Yeah, but that's the thing. 90% NXT is just better than WWE, but if fucking John Cena and fucking his gang ain't fucking giving up power, they're going to be there forever. Are damn near, if not already in main roster ready, near in their mid-30s. Who would you build as the next-gen stars of NXT? I don't know, because it's such a weird place. There's so many great guys on the indies. When is Kent? It's such a weird question and a weird way to answer. You don't know when people are going up. If Kenta, Prince Devitt, Owens, and Zayn never go up, fuck the next generation. You know what I mean? But if they go up, then you're like, oh, okay, I see. Here we go. Let's go with it. But right now, they have so much talent. It's like, where do they go from here? It's not even Samoa Joe. NXT has too much talent, and WWE is not accepting it. So, I don't know. Slowly but surely, it really will become its own brand, and a lot better. Mikey says, I love Evil Emma. She's so fine. And you already read Rage Against PG?
I read about one quote from that paragraph.
All right, I'm going to read the whole paragraph, and then we're going to go back, all right?
Okay.
You done fighting ninjas and cats?
Yes, I'm done fighting ninjas or cats.
Ninja cats. You in ninja cats from space.
Well, having cats is a lot like living with coked-up ninjas.
I'm allergic to cats, so I've always been a dog guy. Rage Against PG. Great episode of NXT. Crowe is slowly getting over his hairstyle of wrestling. Over his style of wrestling. I misread that. I was like, his hairstyle of wrestling? I'm an idiot. To me, Alexa Bliss looks out of place with the dubstep cowboys on her side. They all look out of step. I love how they don't even advertise that Ty Dillinger was facing Finn Bálor. That's how you know you're not thought of highly of. Yeah. But the thing is, Owens did an interview with, that one guy who usually does bad interviews, but this one was a good one. Who's the guy that always has the dumbest fucking comments ever on YouTube? I don't know. But he's a famous radio guy. But, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully that's good, because Owens in an interview put him over. When the match plays, just says the guy you're facing's name in action. Okay, yeah, the before thing. Yeah, that's never good. But it is Prince Devitt. Will you guys do a pay-per-view profits for Extreme... What the fuck is the EC? Elimination Chamber. Yes, we will. Now, granted, I may fuck up the name of the pay-per-view 27 times, but we will do a preview of it.
That's what I'm here for.
I've called that pay-per-view every single name possible except what it's really called. Yes, we might do it in a couple minutes after this show, but it depends on Boo Boo. Or if not, we're definitely doing it within 24. Will I ever receive a highly sought-after Barry Horowitz, or as Kev would say, do I still have to earn one? Find out all this and more on the next episode of KocoSports. Now I feel pressure. Should we give him a Barry Horowitz?
Yeah, we should totally give him a Barry Horowitz.
All right. Rage Against PG, congratulations. Put on your resume. You just got a Barry Horowitz from KocoSports. Oh, man. I love me some Barry Horowitz. Boom, boom. Let's continue the show.
All right. Funny, Rage Against PG should mention this, but yeah, next match was Finn Bálor versus Ty Dillinger. Match pretty much went like you would think it would go. I think the whole time commentary is talking about how Finn Bálor is the new #1 contender. He's eager for a rematch against Kevin Owens because his first bout with him didn't exactly go quite his way. Jordan, he did get some good shots in there, but of course it wasn't enough. He took the drop kick to the corner, then got hit with a double stomp, the coup de grace, took the loss, and big win for Finn Bálor. One thing I could say about Finn Bálor is I was listening to other podcasts, and it was Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was on his podcast talking about Finn Bálor. It's like, oh yeah, you can't rely on the paint, man. It's like you gotta, you be the character. Don't let the paint be the character. And I'm like, motherfucker, do you even watch fucking NXT? He only whips out the body paint for special occasions. It's like, Dave, I'm getting pissed off at some of these older fucking wrestlers showing off their fucking opinion about, oh, well, Sami Zayn's not a star. Fucking says who? Well, Samoa Joe, if he'll just, go in there and work, he's got to really have a really successful career because, well, don't really have the look and he really doesn't have the body, but he can really bust his ass. And I'm like, dude, seriously? Does he need your fucking approval? He's been wrestling for, 10 years now? What the fuck, Dave? What the fuck? What is it about these fucking old WWE guys?
It's two things. They're fucking old.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They're old. And the second thing is that they have to fucking just say stuff to be controversial because they're all competing. It's like, how many YouTubers just say shit for the sake of saying shit? Now imagine if there's a lot of money on the line for podcasting. It's just they want to say stuff for a reaction. I won't throw any YouTubers on the bus, but do you know how many YouTubers just say random shit that they truly don't believe to get a reaction? And once you're into that business, there's no going out. I honestly believe Vince Russo only said that shit to get a reaction. I don't think he even fucking, I just don't believe it. Because, you just say random shit. Oh, popular guy? You're fucking dumb. That's why the fucking IWC exists. The IWC doesn't exist because a bunch of people on the internet talk wrestling. The IWC exists because people need to blame a fake terrorist group. and they have to fucking attack shit to get views, and they have to fucking. It's just bullshit. It's like, oh, I don't think John Cena's that bad, and then you wait till someone fucking writes something in the comment section and it's misspelled, and they're like, see, these fucking fans are stupid. It's old radio bullshit tactics. And here's the thing: when you have a voice and you don't say what you really mean, it doesn't matter how big your audience is. Your voice doesn't mean shit. And to me, I just think he fucking knows Finn Balor's popular, and he wants to feel like, oh, I'm going to give him some fucking advice. Oh, look, he listened to my advice. That's it. It's just old people grasping on to fucking...
Oh, I know, because I mean, you got Jim Cornette talking about, well, when I worked with, Ring of Honor and Kevin Steen, I told, everybody's like, oh, he's really successful now, you let him. He's like, well, I told him, maybe he needs to clean up a little bit, lose some weight, not take bumps through tables, and, then maybe he'll be a star. Well, sure enough, he's done what I said he needed to do, and look at him now. He's a big star.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, it's just people want to take credit for fucking helping people and not actually help them. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And on top of that, it's fucking MMA has changed pro wrestling a lot, and a lot more than MMA fans and pro wrestling fans. They go hand in hand. And one thing that pro MMA has done is that little guys can win fights, fat guys can win fights. Bodybuilders don't win that many fights. Well, when Stone Cold and older generations were there, if you talk to an old wrestling fan, a really old wrestling fan, the reason why Lex Luger had such a career is because people like muscles means you're a good fighter. People believed that shit for a long time. Until the Gracies, Sakuraba, and all these fucking great fighters and mixed martial arts changed their views. I mean, you have nowadays wrestling fans, most wrestling fans, pro wrestling fans, they want the best talent. They want the best wrestlers. It doesn't, I mean, let me be completely honest. Looks on a wrestler are so far down the list for me. And I'm even talking women's wrestlers. If you're a woman and look like a man but can put on 5-star matches, I'd rather pay to see that. I think it's nowadays talent is going to take over, in-ring talent, and a lot of that has to do with MMA. Lex Luger couldn't do. Like, let's put Chris Masters. Chris Masters would have been the biggest fucking star in the universe if he was born 10, 20 years earlier. It's just, no, the internet has made it where talent matters. Today's MMA has made it. Let's look at it. Do you think Sakuraba, Hoist Gracie, Fedor, BJ Penn, John Jones, even John Jones, any of these MMA fighters, do you think any of them could have been pro wrestlers in the 80s? Never. But that's what MMA has shown. And I don't know about you, but I don't think looks matter to me at all. At all. At all as a wrestling fan. And I think the masses are getting more educated on it. Now, sure, are you going to have those people that are like, hee, they're good looking? Yeah. But there's always going to be strippers and porn, and they're not coming back. Like, if some casual fan thinks Randy Orton is sexy, and they watch Randy Orton and they pay for their ticket, do you think they're coming back again? No. Next fucking Monday night, they're going to be at a strip club in Chippendales and all that. The problem is, you care so much about the casual fan, you make your fucking product embarrassing. But, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think one of the things I hear, particularly amongst the WWE defenders, as we call them here, we're basically people who talk shit about, the IWC, the fake terrorist group, is that, they like this guy, they like this guy. Well, these guys aren't good. They're not that big. They don't have the look. They don't talk about their work rate. It's like, well, no. What we need to have, that's what draws money, is the big guys. I mean, think about it. WrestleMania 3, do you think people paid to see, Steamboat Savage? No. They paid to see Hogan and Andre, that's what draws money. That's what sold out WrestleMania. That's the one that set the all-time attendance record. Is, you know, these big guys, you know, and these guys like Sami Zayn, they just don't have it. I mean, and I'm just like, you know,
well, there's 3 reasons for that. There's 3 reasons for that. One, they want to be the smartest guy in the room, and that's what Vince McMahon says. So if they say what Vince McMahon says, they can claim themselves to be a winner. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Second reason, they're gay. They might not know they're not gay, and there's nothing wrong with it, dude. I don't know your views on being gay, but, you know, hey, congratulations. I hope you're happy. But, you know, nothing would suck more than being gay and not knowing you're gay. You know what I mean? Or, like, living in denial. Like, I just come out of the closet, bro. It's okay. We'll accept you at KocoSports. I don't know, you know, if other YouTubers will accept you, but if you say, hey, I like Randy Orton because I'm gay, we'll give you a hug. Not too long of a hug. I don't want to be a dick tease. I'll give you a hug and be like, congratulations, you're out of the closet. Or the third is, you're just fucking stupid. You're just stupid. That's it. And the reason I say you're stupid is because, you know, the sport of fighting, the sport of professional wrestling, the performance of professional wrestling has evolved. And you haven't. You know, you haven't. And, you know, leave your memories alone and all that, but no. Every entertainment, 99% of entertainment doesn't blame their fans and doesn't live in the past. Only pro wrestling can get away with that because you are either stupid, gay, and I'm not saying, you know, or you fucking want to be smart.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm so smart, I'm so smart, I repeat stuff I hear on a shoot interview. I'm so smart, I'm so smart, smart. I fucking did. No, fucking like what you like, man. Like what you like. And if you like big men with big muscles, bodybuilding's your thing, bro. Bodybuilding is your thing. Go for it. Go ahead.
All right, well, we need to get back to this NXT review. So here, sorry for the detour here. Usually that's Dave's job, but I wanted to try to add a little something extra than, okay, Finn Bálor just kind of squashed Ty Dillinger. All right. Speaking of Ty Dillinger, his former tag team partner, God damn it, what's his name? Shit. Jason Jordan, God damn it. They did a little, not backstage, but a pre-taped interview where they interrupted his workout. They asked him, you know, what he's doing, how's he doing since his breakup with Ty Dillinger. And he's like, well, you know, I've been working out really hard, and you know, I've got a new partner I'm going to be coming up with, and it turns out Chad Gable was right there, and he's like, oh yeah, you must be talking about me. He's like, you know, it's like, who are you? Well, you know, it's like, I'm a all-state, you know, I'm a national champion, you know, amateur wrestler. I made the U.S. Olympic team. Like, come on, have you heard of the U.S. Olympic team? Yeah, I've heard of the Olympics. I've already got a partner, so maybe, you know, maybe this is a good sign here that they're going to call up some more people. They'll bring up Jason Jordan maybe with a new gimmick or a new tag team partner, or they're going to debut him with Chad Gable, and maybe we'll see Gable's debut. But, I mean, do you have any opinions on this one way or another about them finally, you know, following up on a storyline? Because after the breakup of Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan, they really went nowhere with it. But now, like, what, 12 weeks later, I'm exaggerating.
I don't think they should have ever broke them up. It's like they had potential. They looked, you know, they looked and wrestled like they were a team, and it was like you cut them out before it even started. So I would have never broke them up, you know. And on top of that, I don't know. I'm just giving it time. I wasn't excited. I wasn't angry. I'm just like, let's see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm interested to see maybe what this Chad Gable character has to offer here.
Yeah, because, you know, that will help with. I don't know. It's just, it's cool. I don't know. I'm rooting for it. All right, let's go to the main event.
Main event here, Kevin Owens defending the NXT Championship against Solomon Crowe. Whew, poor Solomon Crowe, man. Yeah, he got a few kicks in there, but for the most part, it was all Kevin Owens owned his ass. He was all over him like white on rice and a glass of milk on top of a paper plate in the middle of a snowstorm. I mean, he was all over him. I love the taunting, you know, prove to me you belong here, as he threw him to the outside. Brings him in, eventually hits the pop-up powerbomb, gets the big win. Drags Crowe to the outside. He looks like he's setting him up for the powerbomb on the ring apron, which has been known to stretcher out and hospitalize other talents in the past, including Alex Riley, Sami Zayn, Adrian Neville. But this time, again, it was interrupted by Samoa Joe. He comes down to the ring. Owens immediately retreats into the ring. They have a little bit of a stare down as soon as Samoa Joe gets in the ring. Kevin Owens backs off, goes up the ramp, lifts up the belt, basically says, "Nope, the champ is here." You know, it's like, I'm only doing this because I let you, and that's how they went off the air. So, Dave, what are your feelings on how they're treating Samoa Joe right now? His introduction, and any other thoughts on the match itself?
No, not real thoughts on the match. Just feel bad for Crowe. As far as Samoa Joe, it just seems kind of like a repeat. Granted, I love Samoa Joe, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to what he's going to do next. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm really excited for Samoa Joe. But overall, hopefully there'll be more. And not that, but two things that bother me, and you know it's going to be a WrestleAM if I didn't bring this up. 2 non-title matches.
But no, that was a title match.
No, not according to WWE.com. According to WWE.com, there's 2 non-title matches.
I could have swore to you he said, yeah, you've earned a shot against a match with me or against the NXT for the NXT title. I could have swore he said that. Now, of course, I could be wrong.
Oh, WWE.com could be wrong. Down in the comments, who's wrong? Boom Boom, Dave, or WWE.com?
All of the above.
All right, Booms. So there you go. We'll go to some live comments. Do you want to do the second podcast tomorrow?
Yeah, because I'll have more time.
You in a couple minutes, or do you want to do it in 24 hours?
Let's do it within 24 hours because I got to watch. Oh, God, dude, I've got a lot of shit to do. I got to watch Lucha Underground. I got to watch SmackDown, and I got to do a pay-per-view profits.
I'll try to do a Lucha Underground while you're sleeping.
Okay. And then I've got it. That'll just leave me.
Notice how I went Lucha Underground and not SmackDown. You're like, thanks, Dave. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
You know, you got a lot of stuff on your plate, Boom Boom. Let me take the dessert. All right, Booms. Thank you for being part of the show. Before we go, let's see if there's any last second live comments because the ROH stuff we had to cut short. Andy Papp says, going to be very weird if a TNA guy jumps to ROH, and weirder if an ROH guy jumps to TNA. All right. And let me refresh this. All right, here we go. And Dubstep Cowboys need to drop. This is from I Am Mikey. Dubstep Cowboys need to drop that gold jersey. Sure, 2015. Enzo and Kaz should set up a new developmental tag team division while Dubstep Cowboys rebrand with a name for real. The trio, Alex Bliss, is just too sexy to be third string. All right, I could agree with that. Jeff James says wrestling needs Bastion Booger.
Is he actually still alive?
Here's the problem with Bastion Booger. And granted, I was not a big fan of Bastion Booger. Was Bastion Booger a good wrestler? That's the thing. That's the thing we got to consider.
Yeah, I think in the territory. No, I had some people mention in the territory days he was.
I mean, I remember Bastion Booger, but it was such a character. I don't even remember if he was a good wrestler. Do you remember? You obviously remember Bastion Booger. That's something.
No, I remember Bastion Booger. I think
he was a good wrestler. I don't remember if he was a good wrestler. I'm gonna give myself some homework assignments. I'm watching Bastion Booger matches.
If it's the same guy I'm thinking of, yeah, WWE just pretty much didn't do anything with him and just gave him shit.
No. We're just talking in ring, not booking. In ring.
In ring, I heard back during his territory days, back before he went up to WWF at the time and went through gimmick hell because he was also like Friar Ferguson and all this other crap. I think he was a decent for a man his size. That is, in the territory days, he was decent. You know, I'm not going to say he wasn't like Mike Awesome, zipping around the ring, but he was. I heard he was in his territory days. He was actually a pretty decent wrestler.
First off, Boom Boom, give yourself a very all right. Did you ever think you would compare Bastion Booger to Mike Awesome ever in your life?
That's the first big man that I thought of that could really move his ass around. That's just the first name that popped in my mind.
I love me some Mike Awesome, but I never thought ever. I know, granted, we talk wrestling a lot. We do like 2-3 hour shows a day, it feels like sometimes. But I never thought one day we'd be like, oh, Badge Booger, he's no Mike Awesome. Just never thought we'd go there. I'm glad. I'm glad we did. So tonight's homework assignment, the Coco Fight Club. You have to watch one Bastion Booger match and tell me if he's a good wrestler. Because I remember him. I just don't remember if he's a good wrestler. I am Mikey. Mike Ashman says, when do you predict Yuhan Nation will make his debut? Soon, I hope. And how would you book him in intro into NXT amongst the top tier talent on the roster? Oh, that's tough because they have so much talent. I don't know. I don't know how I'd book him in. I mean, you could have him go against Owens, but Owens' plate is completely fucking full. You know, the title means so much. That's a tough call. I mean, it would be I got it. This is gonna break my Lucha Underground heart, but it's gonna make my Dragon Gate heart explode with joy. Just have them do absolutely nothing. Just have them have random matches, and then have the Dubstep Cowboys fuck with them. And when Lucha Underground goes off the air, Ricochet, bring back the best friends forever. Dragon Gate, Dragon Gate, Dragon Gate, Dragon Gate. I teared up there. All right, let's see where else. I agree and hope NXT stays as a standalone brand. However, with Vince cherry-picking the faces of NXT right now, Neville, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, soon to be Finn Balor. But I think Neville was a good time to leave. I'm okay with Neville leaving.
Yeah, Neville, he needed to go.
Yeah. And I'm not like, oh, go away. It's just like you graduated. You know what I mean? It's like Charlotte right now needs to go. The Ascension needed to go. And I'm not comparing Ascension to Charlotte and Neville by any means, but it was time to go. You know? Do you think NXT is stacked as it talent-wise is still a risk of being fucked over with loss of direction? I think it's fucked over for the weekly shows. I think the big shows will still do good. The weekly shows scare me though. Kenta, Yuha, and Crowe, and if Joe ends up being exclusive, in my opinion, are the next group to carry the brand if Vince continues to bring NXT talent to Raw. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I see your point, sir. I am Mikey. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. All right. I'm refreshing this bad boy, and then we are leaving. 2 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. That's awesome. No, it's awesome because like an ROH show did so good compared to the others. All right. I think I'm done, sir. Boom, boom. Let's go old school for this one. It's the last podcast of the night. I'll probably the next 24 hours we will have a Lucha Underground review. We'll have an Extreme Chamber, Elimination Chamber pay-per-view preview. And Boom Boom will be doing a solo SmackDown show. I
love that. You know, it's like
I'm
gonna do Lucha Underground. This could be. I'm gonna take some stuff off your plate, Boom Boom. I'll do Lucha Underground. I'll just leave you to do SmackDown by yourself. I'm not even watching that show. Fuck you.
So please like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter at KocoSports. Boom Boom. Let's go old school. Southern gentleman advice for the internet infantry.
Let's see. When a woman says we need to talk, that does not mean we need to talk. That means you need to sit down, shut up, and listen because she's about to tell you how exactly much you're fucking up. And do not say anything else because if there's anything else that I've learned, it's the woman shall have the last say. She'll have the last word in any argument. Anything said thereafter will be the beginning of a new argument, and you're not going to win it.
All right, my kids are sneaking in. I had one of those matches. One of those conversations last night. They're always a joy. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at KocoSports, KOCO Sports. Check out KocoSports.net. We're hoping to improve it every day, and we'll be back with more podcast 24 hours. Boom, boom. Good night. Thank you, Internet Infantry. And with that, I am over. Oh, Baby Macaroni's here. You want to do it together? Come on, Baby Macaroni. Say, I am over. Dun, dun. Oh, and I forgot. I got to do this because my kids will get mad. My son Well, we got Kid Macaroni. I mean, Baby Macaroni here, but we also have Kid Cheese. We have a Let's Play channel, and we got 44 subscribers as of yesterday. So he wants to get more subscribers. It's me and my sons playing video games. So please, if you're cool, check out Punk and Cheese. P-U-N-K and Cheese. So Punk and Cheese. Say Punk and Cheese. All right, boom, boom. Sorry to keep you going. We just got invaded by Baby Macaroni. All right. So subscribe to that if you're cool. It's me and my sons doing Let's Plays. All right. Say thank you, Boom Boom. Oh, he said bye-bye, Boom Boom. He didn't even thank you. He's like, just bye-bye, Boom Boom. All right. Say, I am over. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.